Hey everybody, hope you all doing good. Blind Shooter checking back in. Today's video is just going to be a quick channel update as to where the hell I've been. It's been about a month, a little more than that, since I put out a video, and reasons to that are as follows. The first one is because I've had to pretty much lay low and not put out much content because one of my gun permits had to go for renewal, and because of the social media checks that they want to implement, I decided to play it safe and not post anything. Now, some of you might say that I'm a conspiracy theorist and I might have been overreacting, but I personally didn't want to take any chances based on what I had to go through. Just to give you guys a quick recap as to what happened, the letter came in the mail that my permit was up for renewal. I did all the necessary paperwork. This was back in July, keep in mind now. And once I sent in all the paperwork and paid the necessary fee of about $145, give or take, waited about a month, noticed that they still never cashed my payment. I sent an email, and magically within 72 hours, the payment was processed. Now, what some of you may not know is here in New York, they have this nice little rule that if they don't receive your payment within a certain time frame, your application for renewal is null and void, and they can pretty much make you redo the entire process all over again, which is a pain in the ass to do. Here in New York, when you renew, you have to list the make, model, and serial number of every single firearm you have, along with giving personal information, providing social security numbers, and issuing your identification photos that you want on the permit, which is basically just a passport photo of you and one other person that is willing to possess your weapons in the event you die or become incapacitated. So, did all that. They finally processed my payments. My permit was due to expire on October 31st. Come September, I received a phone call saying that there was a discrepancy with my paperwork and that I needed to call them. So, following the law and rules, I did just that. I called them as soon as I could, and they proceeded to tell me that the photos I sent in were not legible on their computers. Now, before I sent in all my documentation, I had a sighted person review everything, and it was clearly legible to them, both in person and on the computer, so I don't know why it wasn't legible on the end of the New York Police Department Licensing Division. Either way, once I got that taken care of, they said it'll just be a couple more weeks, not to worry, I should have the permit before my expiration date. September comes and goes, middle to end of October starts approaching, I still don't have my permit, so I figured let me give them a call and see what happens. They proceed to tell me that they are conveniently backlogged and that it'll just take a few more weeks, not to worry. Now, thankfully to someone on social media, who I'm not going to mention, said that it's best to email the licensing division that handles the gun permits here in New York City, so that way if something were to happen, you at least have it in writing and can go the legal route. After doing that, I received 2 separate emails saying that they are still backlogged and not to worry about the expiration date if the permit expires before I receive my new one. Now, given the current gun climate here in New York and a bunch of other states, I think we all know that you can't trust law enforcement when they tell you not to worry about your expiration date. My permit expired on October 31st, and I just got it back this past Saturday, November 2nd. So that tells you how screwed up the New York Police Department is with their licensing division. Also, the other reason why I've been so quiet here on YouTube, which you guys can probably guess by the other object in frame right now, which I hope it's in frame, is the medal from the 2019 New York City Marathon. I've been quiet because I've been training for that for the past year or so, which is why videos have been far and few between. But as of yesterday, I finally completed running 26.2 miles and want to personally shout out the organization Achilles International that runs with people who have disabilities, and they also have the Achilles Freedom Team, which works with our nation's disabled veterans in getting them back into the active lifestyle. It took me roughly 6 hours to run the 26.2 miles, but I finally did it, and hopefully this can be an inspiration to someone who's looking to get back into shape and staying healthy. Anyway, that's where I've been. I hope everyone's doing good. I appreciate you all for sticking around as subscribers and not unfollowing me, which would have sucked, but you guys are free to do what you like. Either way, I'm going to try and make more videos as soon as possible. As always, God bless the United States, and don't ever apologize for being American. I'll catch you all later.